Just the details are that sketchy, but there's almost overwhelming evidence that he might have succumbed to the shot wounds earlier this morning. It is believed that 3 army officers entered his office under pretense of giving reports. These are unconfirmed reports, I'm saying, but it looks like this is how things unveiled. Shortly afterwards, people say they had at least 4 shots fired, and following that, it is where it is believed that the army general might have succumbed to the shot wounds. One also army general was almost reported dead at the time, but some it's like they were taken to the hospital. But as things stand, there is almost near confirmation that 3 people succumbed to shot wounds this morning. The names, it might be very critical to start talking about names as nobody has actually officially confirmed the reports. We tried to get a statement from the Prime Minister this morning, but we were told that he was engaged in a series of meetings and cannot confirm as to whether he will issue a statement as early as now.
What's been the reaction of this to major role players in Lesotho and ordinary Basotho in Maseru today, Rapalang, and the impact? We want to know the impact on the public consciousness after a turn of events like this.
Actually, in the main street of Maseru now, and you can visibly feel the tension in the air. The traffic is subsiding very quickly because earlier on there was a contingency of army that were very visible at the main traffic circle, which made the situation much more tense, and they were not even allowing people to take pictures. They were very hostile. So the tension is relatively building. Number of hangout spots are relatively clearing up as people are fearing that maybe later on things might escalate and are taking precautions. But right now, as we speak, it's not something that you can visibly see with your eyes.
Rapalang, we had assurances that SADC had the situation under control. What spurred this new turn of events?
You see, following the installation of the new government, it was overwhelmed with a lot of catching up to do of things that needed to be completed. Some people were implicated in serious criminally, politically related deaths, I could say. And now effecting justice, effecting arrest to this might lead to some people feeling rather uncomfortable with it. SADC has been on the ground with the oversight committee, but, SADC moves with a very relatively high diplomatic kind of approach to things. But the tension was mounting and we could see it. Now, this week, the former defense minister, Sidiso Mkhosi, was arrested. But he was charged with something totally different from what we would think. A police officer died, and he was questioned regarding this particular issue. Some called it a political comeback or political arising. So this sort of created a bit of tension. He was released yesterday, but one could see that things were going on. There were also other unconfirmed reports that about 5 senior army officials had their contract terminated. So this could have sped things up also. So it's just a compilation of quite a few things of one would say is the government simply implementing the recommendations of the SADC Pumapi report, or is it also something related to retaliation? These are very complex issues. No one can really put a finger on one of them.
Rapalang Khadebe, thank you for your time on the SABC News Desk. He, of course, is live from Maseru speaking to us. We'll bring you more detail on this developing story as we progress throughout the afternoon. But for now, President Jacob Zuma has